Guys, it's April 15th, 2024. Once again, it's April 15th, 2024. April 15th, 2024. And as you can see, it's the same, me, Shawn Dexter John. Oh, my bad. It's the same Shawn Dexter John. And here, we have a security detail here. It's actually cover for the security detail provided to me here in Orlando, Florida, and the specific vicinity of my current location. So, but yeah, it's April 15th, 2024, and once again, I'm going to write on the Amero, legal tenets on the Amero, and so I'm going to elaborate a bit further. I created a concept, and I created the original tenets for creating and operating whatever it needs to be, the financial institution, the treasury, and everything else that needs to be formulated, tangibly and micro-formulated toward it becoming a successful and the primary and eventually only currency of the hemisphere, meaning the Americas, including the United States of America, as one unitary nation state. The United States of America is one unitary nation state. The Americas references all of the countries within the hemisphere. All of the countries, all 35 countries or so, and additional territories and dependencies, constituent countries and constituent states in addition. So I just want to make sure that there's no confusion. Okay? I actually got about 8 hours of sleep last night. I got about 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep last night, and right before then I got about an hour of sleep, in attempting to really fall asleep for 8 hours. So I used to sleep, on a consistent basis. I sleep 8 hours a night, but sometimes, I don't have a lot of work. So yeah, but anyway. So that's what I'm going to work on the Amero today. Good morning. How are you? Hanging in there, sir? That's good. So I don't know why.
And you're talking to a stranger.
I agree completely with the premise of the book. I think I asked earlier, what's the ideal age for somebody off camera, to read this book? And you said the ideal age is now.
Right now.
Yeah, I agree. Everybody can benefit from it. And there's some great pieces of advice here, like finding your feet. Talk to me about that.
I'm pretty sure
it's a practice that I use.
It can be verified that it's April 15th, 2024. And April the 15th, 2024 is 8:47 a.m. Eastern time. And yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that we're gonna have to deal with, So in a few weeks, I'm pretty sure when what we detail occurs regarding Russia and the United States militaries and Manhattan and Moscow, I will be able to get in contact, immediate contact, and we will be able to reunite myself and Rashida Williams. I haven't seen her in about 12 years, in all honesty. I promise you guys this. I don't want you guys thinking that any simulation of video conference or projection of reality within any sort of computer-generated system is me actually having gotten in contact with her. physical contact with her over the past 12 years. And I promise you, that's the truth. I'm not lying about that. Whatever occurs, or not whatever occurs, what occurs as I have detailed in this month in Manhattan and Moscow, and thereafter, and what happens in between the demolition of Manhattan and the demolition of Moscow, will lead to me and Rashida being able to walk into heaven. Okay, literal heaven, celestial heaven, not a club, not a country, not a city, not a house, not an apartment or condo or high rise, nothing having to do with earth. We are going to walk into heaven, literally. I am Jesus Christ. I am God, in all honesty. And this is an emergency. The world has messed up, and we've got to make sure that our correction of those mistakes will not be futile and will not be ineffective. So we're going to walk into heaven, and we're going to be in heaven for about 2 days, and then we're going to return to earth in a slightly altered avatars, human bodies, regarding myself and her, and we will return to the state of Florida. We will not be able to be detected by anyone other than my particular agents, white agents I haven't spoken to or met up with in over 5 months. We have our communication networks and this and that, but I honestly haven't met with them over 5-6 months, in all honesty, or been in close proximity for the most part. So yeah. And yeah, the evacuation procedures and the orders to have all of Manhattan evacuated have been reissued, and agents are going across all of residential Manhattan and have spoken to all of the corporations and offices in Lower Manhattan specifically, and mid-Manhattan, on the issue of making sure that everyone evacuates, because the impending demolition of Manhattan is going to occur, and it's going to occur quite soon. And we want to make sure that there will be perfect evacuation immediately preceding that particular event. The Tsar bomb being dropped in Manhattan. It's not a theoretical bomb. It's not a theoretical hydrogen bomb. It's actually real. New York, Manhattan needs a renovation. And the U.S. government has made a lot of mistakes in addressing human rights and war procedures and conduct and this and that. And Russia has made horrible mistakes also, as we have detailed, regarding war crimes and human rights violations. So I get exhausted having to say these things. So yes, we are approaching the official declaration of global war by the whole planet. I'm pretty sure by the end of this month. Imminently thereafter, the world will declare, the United States and Russia will declare global war. China will be able to declare it also, this and that. And it'll be the Third World War, the final World War. We're just going to call it the global war. This time it's going to be literally global within a global, a global system, not global continental system, but within a global system. So it's going to be the first global war. The first war for the United Nations is actually functioning, operative, and ruling universal system. So therefore, it's the first global war, and it's going to be the last. I mean, it's the last World War, global war, and that's it. Okay, so at the end of the war, by 2026, the world is going to declare and sign and ratify an act which prohibits nuclear warfare, which prohibits continental military buildup and things of that nature. Okay, so the evacuation orders have been resent out to the City Council of New York and to the Governor of New York and to the Governor of New York State and to the authorities in Moscow and eventually in Beijing, Istanbul, Pyongyang, Seoul, Tehran, Jerusalem, and so on. And all throughout Eastern Europe, everyone is being told that the United States military will be attacking Eastern Europe and removing Russia from dominance for good. The EU is going to be able to assert itself throughout Eastern Europe and throughout all of Europe thereafter. I am not a military veteran. I've never been to war. I've never been injured in any sort of physically disabling way. The scar that I do have in my right arm, it was a third-degree burn sustained as a 15-year-old kid who saved his family home from being burnt down. Okay, I don't have any missing or corrected leg or arm or any of that. I've never been amputated. I've never suffered any of that. So I need all of that, all of the nonsense, and gotten out of the way. That's enough.